Hello everybody, and welcome to a video in which I will be talking about some of the biggest changes coming to Siege X. Changes that I believe you need to know the most for what is coming. Now, there's a lot of changes coming, but like I said, I think that these are the biggest ones, so let's get into it. With Siege X, we will be seeing changes to falling and ADSing. So when you drop through a hatch, you will no longer be ADSing. Now, here's the kicker, right? I understand why they did this change, but that doesn't mean that it's a good change. And I'll get into that in a minute here. But this is on the current build. You're able to fall in ADS, but on Siege X, you will no longer be able to do this. Now, I understand making this change for window jumps, as you're about to see. I am completely understanding of why this is no longer ADSable. But through hatches, I don't know about that. I don't know about that personally. Next, we have environmental hazards. These come in all shapes and sizes. For example, the explosive gas pipes. Now these bad boys, you can do a couple things with them. You can shoot them, which will just kind of let them fire off like that and it'll damage you. You can shoot them multiple times to get them to explode sooner. You can put Kapkan traps right next to them, which when detonated will insta-detonate them and get an insta-kill. Or you can even tase them with Twitch or Zero and set them off. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do with these pipes. You can even use a thorn trap next to them, but those take a small eternity to go off, so just a singular Kapkan next to them and you should be fine. But again, these are probably the biggest environmental changes to look out for. And yes, you can even do that if you really want to. Now, you also have fire extinguishers that when detonated at close range will blind you temporarily, but they will also temporarily leave a smoke cloud blocking all vision. As you're about to see here, you get concussed, kind of like an Elamine, can't really see much. There's the smoke cloud. Now, out of the 3 current changes to the environments, that being the explosive pipes, the fire extinguishers, and the metal detectors, I think the explosive pipes are probably the biggest ones to look out for. Now, metal detectors aren't anything necessarily new, but what you're able to do with them is new. So, you can C4 them to get rid of them if you really want to, and you can also impact them to get rid of them if you really want to. You can impact EMP them, you can frag grenade them, anything that makes them go boom, it will get rid of them. But there's a couple other things too that will work. You can mute jammer them if you'd like. You can Zoto canister them if you like. Now some of this is a little bit out of your way to do, I believe, but if you're trying to go for a flank, you might be able to pull it off better if you just have a spare mute jammer. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Probably the quietest out of the things you can do to get rid of them. But remember, it works both ways. Next, we have changes coming to rappelling, which I think are really great. As you can see here, you can sprint now on the rappel as long as there is wall beneath you, and you can corner slice, which means that you can go around corners. Now ignore that little thing there. I meant to corner slice, but we're about to get right into what that was all about. Every single attacker can now hop breach, meaning you can do this. You can immediately jump in so long as you can break the window. Now here's the thing, you can do it with ops that you probably never even thought of using as an entry fragger. And I mean so many ops. As a matter of fact, you can do it on any op as long as you have a friend willing to help you. You could send a blitz through there if you have a Gone 6, you put them into the animation and just shoot the Gone 6 as they go in. You can do it for every single op in the game that's on attack. And I gotta tell you, it's really fun. People don't expect it, and I'm hoping more people are just ready for it, because you're gonna probably see a whole lot more of it here soon. Next up are limb damage changes coming to Siege X. And this one's a little iffy to me, because there's a couple things with it. As you can see, limb damage for the Scorpion is only doing 11 damage right now. And I think that the limb damage change is a slight oversight to lower damage weapons. And I know that higher caliber weapons do more limb damage than lower caliber weapons. But I think that this is an oversight against shields, because when you melee them, especially somebody like Clash, chances are you're really only going to be able to shoot their, shins or feet, stuff like that, and you're going to be doing less damage to it. I think that that's kind of an oversight. I think another oversight is shotguns. Shotguns in Siege X, in my opinion, feel like they don't hit as consistently as they do in normal Siege, and I do believe that this could be a factor of limb damage changes, because the pellets are hitting some of the limbs against, instead of center mass, and then the pellets against the limbs are doing far less. And I think that that's a bit of an oversight. My concluding thoughts on Siege X. Now, here's the thing, all right? Right off the bat, Siege X is an improvement in every way possible. Yes, I have my gripes with it. Yes, I think there are issues that need to be looked into, adjusted, whatever the case may be. But with those factors out of the way, I think Siege X is phenomenal. I think that it is making amazing changes, and there's a lot of changes, and I mean a lot of changes that I didn't talk about in this video, that you'll come to find out, like some operator changes, whether you consider them a buff or nerf. There's obviously the audio changes, which, by the way, the audio in Siege X is just so much better than it is in normal Siege. Going back and playing normal Siege after having played Siege X, I can't tell you where people are sometimes in normal Siege. I mean, hey, that's just normal Siege audio. But in Siege X, I could tell you where they were. It's just so much better. The lighting, everything's so much better. Enemies now have a slight outline when they're in darker areas. That's really nice. But overall, I hope that you guys enjoy Siege X as much as I am. And look out for some of the more hidden things that I haven't talked about yet. Enjoy Siege X when it comes out tomorrow.